Are you experiencing yourself as the emptiness in the mask of form? Or are you experiencing the form but you know that it's not real?
Well, the knowing and experiencing, everything takes place in the knowing and experiencing. But as I am know things, I'm not the pattern shape, I am the emptiness, seemingly appearing as something. But investigating the thing, the concept, or all the concepts are a word or a label. What was I before I learnt words, and what were you before you learnt words? Can you remember your birth? Can you say you were born? You can't actually remember your birth because you had no words then. You hadn't learnt any words or any concepts, and learnt any language, and there was no image to relate it to. So whatever was appearing, sensations and feelings, a little baby. So see, they're all happening spontaneously. They're coming and going. But he's not fixating on anything for very long. Something else will turn up and take his focus of attention away from what's seemingly going on. He's got no labels put on this. He's another patient form, which he's more attracted to and likes it much better than the one that's going on.
But if I realize myself as emptiness, will I not lose the interest of maintaining my personal life? Will I not stop loving my husband, for example?
Why? Why would you? Because that's the way it's expressing. What brought your husband, what attracted you and brought the two of you together? Was it a different way, not just a natural way of expressing again? The one seemingly becomes two. The two becomes the many. It's never moved away from its oneness. It's always that oneness. When you learnt words, you're taken on the belief that you were something other than the emptiness, the pure spontaneous functioning. You became a separate entity. You related to the thought, I or me, which is the primary thought. Thinking is happening. When you learn words, thinking is happening, seeing is happening, everything is happening. And you say, I think, I feel, I see, I experience. You formed a subject out of the words. And what you see here and then, I see this or that, or whatever it is, the concept you have on that becomes the object. And seeing has been divided. And can there be a subject, a seer, without seeing? And can there be the object, the scene, the chair, the table, or whatever you're seeing, without seeing? It can't be. It's all take place in the seeing, which is natural, spontaneous function, the hearing, the tasting, the touching, the smelling, the feeling. They're the actuality. The ing on it gives us something that's really happening in the moment. But it has no substance to it or no independent nature. Because it's spontaneous, there's no duration to it. And we seemingly fixated on it and keep it there longer than it should. When you look at time, when does time begin? And you try to grasp it from this moment, you say, well, it's beginning right now. And as you're saying that, it's already ending, isn't it? And as you're saying it's already ending, it's beginning again. And it's ending again. So it's really got no any duration to it whatsoever. And when we fix onto one part, oh, I'm seeing this, we give it seeming duration. And whenever we're saying it, seeming lasting, and the concept of time becomes duration, lasting more than the spontaneity. If you ask yourself, is there a past if I don't think about it? What can you say without a thought? You say there's a future without a thought. And when's the past and future happening? When it's being realised. Have you moved away from this present moment? Can you live in the past? Go back and try and live yesterday. See for yourself. Try and live tomorrow. You can't. Trying to live in the past, you can imagine and anticipate or remember what you did yesterday or 5 minutes ago. But you can't go back and actually live in it. And what you're imagining and anticipating is taking place right in this immediacy. So you're not going back to the past at all, you're only remembering some past memory. In the future, you can't anticipate or imagine what you're going to do tomorrow. You can anticipate the future, but you can't live a moment. And if you're not anticipating and thinking about what you're going to live in the future, what you're going to do, where is it? So it's still in this immediacy.
So where is it? Where is the past? Where is the future? Where is it?
Well, there's a remembrance of it. And you can recall the past, and the only activity you're giving it is recalling it in this moment. Because if you're not recalling it in this moment, can you remember what you did in the past? What you said a moment ago, or what you thought a moment ago, or what you did a moment ago? Unless you recall, you can't. And can you anticipate? You can anticipate and imagine what you're going into the future, but is it the actual? It's only an anticipated and imagining idea or concept, which is seen in a future time. But you've never moved away from this immediacy, only conceptually, only with the concepts or ideas that are going on in your mind.
The time is only conceptual, it's only in the mind.
Yeah. That's what we're going to need and understand. All your past events and experiences and conditioning are now dead images because they're past. What conditioning is there right in this moment if you're not thinking about it? What past is there in this moment if you're not thinking about it? So it's all thought-based. What future is there if you're not anticipating the measure right now?
But if I'm not thinking, I still have personality.
Have you? Is it, how real is it? Or is it a spontaneous functioning, which you put the label personality? Where did the word person come from? In ancient languages, persona, the mask. So the personality is a mask of concepts that we believed when we learnt words from our parents. For 2 years, whatever it was, 2.5 before you learnt reading, you had no person. There was no person there. It was just a spontaneous going on because you couldn't translate it into words because you hadn't learnt any words. You couldn't reason it out because the capacity of reasoning hadn't developed. It doesn't develop until you're about 2.5, and that capacity of reasoning develops, which is a capacity more developed in humans than what it is in other animals, birds, insects. But they have different capacities developed, like a bird can see better than we can. It can fly, we can't do those things naturally. But through the capacity of reasoning, we've learned to build ourselves eyeglasses and binoculars and telescopes which enable us to see better. We've learned to build ourselves plane, helicopters and balloons and things that enable us to fly. The dog has the capacity of smelling. We can't smell all the things that are on and all of the sensations that are going on. We can form sensations, concepts about them, but all the sensations, other animals, birds, insects can sense them better than what we can. But we've taken on the belief that we are this separate entity, this artist individual, without investigating or questioning it.
Yeah, so you're talking about different capacities as if we humans weren't superior.
Well, in the no things, in the pure essence or intelligence energy, whatever you are, the basic space of non-conceptual basic space of awareness or pure intelligence or whatever label you like to put on it. Who's ever superior to you without a concept? Who's inferior to you without a concept? Because you've got this concept about yourself and you've got the concept about them and you're relating to those concepts, what you think about yourself as compared to what they are. You can either think yourself superior or inferior. But who's superior or inferior to you without a concept? If it's all that emptiness, the cognising emptiness, suffused with that knowing or intelligence, who can ever be superior to you or inferior to you? And what would you want of the other person without having this concept? You think they've got something I have, or you think I've got something they haven't got, and so I am superior to what they are. They've got something that what I have, they're superior to me. Without that concept, where does it leave you? In that equilibrium, the non-conceptual awareness, which you're told again in the scriptures, the basic space or the great perfection is non-conceptual awareness. Awareness without any concept. Or the absolute, the great perfection. What can you add to the absolute? Not a concept or a thing at all, because it wouldn't be absolute. Absolute, you can't have anything to it. What can you take away from it? Nothing at all. It wouldn't be absolute if you could. The same with the great perfection. You can't add anything to it. It wouldn't be perfect. You can't take anything away from it. It wouldn't be perfect. You are that. You are that. Don't forget.